With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 13. To throw is Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Isaiah Likely the target that time. 3rd down here. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. This is caught inside the 15. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And Jackson throwing once more. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. They'll look to throw. Underneath to Spiller. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, this unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep looping.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Darius Davis, 61 yards. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. That's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Play action. It's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up and the difference. Ball following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would...
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Jackson will throw again. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And the defense rises to the challenge. They get him down for a loss of 2, and it brings up 4th and goal. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Tucker's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Rolling to his right. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Ready?
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Track 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Johnston on the quick slant. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Flush to his right. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw again. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense points to help bring up fourth down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Zay Flowers and his offense about to begin their next drive. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
Down the left sideline, inside the 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tylan Wallace, 74 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Tucker with the extra point, and a lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On the check.
Now a 2nd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands. defense, we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Chargers offense back onto the field. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Jackson on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there at 22.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Charger offense making their way back out there. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Eluding the pressure right. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm gonna go. Shut up!
Now Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
13.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tylan Wallace with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the 1st half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this 1st half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chargers going to take over now late in this 1st half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Escape, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop it. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this 1st half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive 1st half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter, and they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. He gets it to Johnston, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Ready? Go!
Back to throw again. Out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Go! Go! Ready?
Now back to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. Big strides, look at him go. Mark Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 88 yards. And the Ravens are pouring it on. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
22 yards there, a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up second down.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
On first down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Go.
On second down, Spiller looking for space. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Back to throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Let's go now.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll roll him out right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's the fullback.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to at least get one score back.
Extra point splits the uprights. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this 2nd half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
And they'll run on the option to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's a big loss of 5 there on 2nd down to bring up 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Shot. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down again. Marcus Williams getting the sack from the secondary. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Tuli Tuipulotu got in and dropped him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. The quick feet by Jackson, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
That is caught, and they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Jackson. Rolling to his right. Hard throw, incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wallace. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down with ease as they'll wind up getting 9 there on 4th and 5. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. 2nd and 10. On the counter, Mitchell. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
They're going option play on 3rd down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
And, partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Come on.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in